What's going on, guys? This is Lior and welcome back to my channel. Now, what I thought I would do in this video, I am super excited to present to you the final product here at 36 Roland Street in Newton. This is an 8,000 square foot ultra luxury home we just finished building. You guys probably saw the rough videos when we were still framing this, doing our finish later on. But I thought I would take you guys through the final product. There are so many details to talk through. I thought I'll show you all the things we thought through as we completed the home, all the little details that we thought through to really make this a standout, incredible home. So let's go inside. I'm excited to give you guys a tour of how this building came out. Let's get at it. All right, so welcome to inside the home here. Again, as I said, there are a lot of details to walk through, so we're gonna hit it right from the start. And the first thing I wanna point out right as soon as you enter is this grand central staircase. We spent a lot of time on the staircase, but several details for you guys to point out that we really wanted to think through. Of course, there's the underlining on the stair treads, one of my favorite details. I think it just made, it's a fantastic addition to every home. Nice and simple, right? We had, well, nothing simple, but nice and straightforward. We had nice strips of light under each tread, wire it in, it's fantastic. You also note that the risers are the same as the treads for a nice continuous look here. Again, I think we do these in our very high-end projects as opposed to like a more white colored riser. And then of course you'll notice, instead of a typical railing system, look at this incredible custom glass railings for this entrance. I mean, it just looks really unbelievable, right? I mean, dare I say. We worked with a custom glass manufacturer. We had to do a ton of measurements. You can see that we first had to install these little black mini posts, right? Then they came in, the glass manufacturer installed these glass panels. And after all that's done, the finished carpenter comes in and installs this nice smooth handrail on top. The finished product is, again, I think unbelievable. It's just such a grand statement entrance into a house. I couldn't be happier with how this came out. So that's the first detail. Now, as I walk you through, this is kind of like a sitting family room. Some of the things that we thought through. First of all, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Our designer chose some incredible designer fixtures here. So this light fixture, I think it came out fantastic. Our finished carpenter was able to do some nice molding details on this wall just to kind of give it a little bit of an accent. So it's an awesome family room, right? Or a sitting room. You have some guests enter, you can have some drinks, some coffee, get two sides of nice large windows. It's the perfect entrance. Now, as we go further into the house, again, I'll give you guys some of the details we thought through, right? You have your main coat closets and your powder room. Now check out this tile. We've used this tile before in select projects. It came out absolutely fantastic. And then when you come into the powder room, a couple of details. First of all, look at awesome custom wallpaper. Just gives it a really just spa-like, very soothing feel. We have a custom slab for a floating vanity here. This is an incredible piece of slab here. Great texture, and then we have a wall-mounted faucet. These are much more expensive than a typical, just a typical countertop mounted one. So again, just very high-end feel all around. And you'll see what we did here is a backlit, backlighting accent around the entire perimeter of the ceiling. Again, just nice, soothing feel. Every single touch we thought through. How can we make this stand out? How can we make this as luxurious? And really the theme of the home is spa-like, calm serenity, right? That's kind of what we went for. Organic is another kind of theme here, right? That's really what we went for. Now, as we come into the main living space, also notice nice 7-inch long white oak engineered planks throughout. And then welcome to the main kind of living space with kitchen here. one of the things that I loved about this home, even when we were first designing it, is just this grand layout. Just look how much space you have. It's so open. Your kitchen flows into your breakfast nook, which has a ton of windows, which we'll talk about. You got plenty of space in between. Then it flows into your actual living room. All of this together, just, you know, we knew that this would feel incredibly spacious. We knew just how nice this is gonna feel, and I was very excited about it. So, some key details too: big slider that goes into your walkout deck, right? That is a feature we wanted to incorporate. Plenty of light coming through the slider. Of course, you have a central fireplace. The house is all electric, so this is an electric fireplace. Nice, we used, our designer chose this texture tile for the fireplace. It came out unbelievable. Some nice strip lighting accents in the living room as well. And then let me take you into the kitchen and the breakfast nook. So first of all, the breakfast nook, right? One of the things we really wanted to nail in this home is have an amazing breakfast nook, right? Because I just feel like that's an area that's not always highlighted. And just check this out. You're surrounded by windows on every single corner. You're getting a ton of light coming in here. You know, just think about, you wake up with your family, you want some coffee, you sit down, you're overlooking your large lot, you know, plenty of grass, a huge patio, but just look how much light comes into this. This is one of the things we were really excited about. We knew this is gonna be a hit. It's just unbelievable light feel coming into the house. And now we'll go into, of course, this incredible kitchen. A lot of details to go through in this kitchen. So first, starting with the cabinet package, right? So the cabinet package is Italian imported cabinets. We worked right from the beginning when we first got the building permit. We had to start working on the design with this particular vendor and manufacturer. The lead time on these cabinets is very long, so we kind of had to start right from the beginning. And you can see this is an incredible flat slab cabinet. There are no handles on these, so if you actually note the way you open these drawers, you literally pull underneath. So there's no typical drawers, you literally pull from above. It's slow close. They've got this stainless steel enclosed, you can see there's a stainless steel kind of look in between the cabinets that separates them, that allows you to pull. So it is super, super custom, flat, no handles, and it came out absolutely stunning, right? You can see we have the wood tone cabinetry everywhere. Over the range here is kind of more of a taupe color. Some other details too, even in this pantry closet, you can see plenty of storage. And then the other things we thought through is this is gonna be an appliance garage, right? So we put in some outlets. If you wanna have your espresso machine in here or something like that, you can nicely tuck that in here. You've got the power, you've got outlets. So it is fully thought through with the entire design. We went back and forth a lot on this design. It needed to be perfect, and I think we nailed it. Nice large casement window, again, over your sink, again, overlooking your amazing yard. That's, you know, that came out great. Now, in terms of the appliances, look at these appliances. This is a 36-inch freezer column and fridge column. These are both Sub-Zero appliances, fully paneled, grand handles, and they open up, and these are incredible, incredible appliances. This is our first time using Sub-Zero, and for such a high-end home, we knew we needed to absolutely nail it. So you have two 36-inch columns. You have we went with a Wolf double oven, and then a 36-inch Wolf cooktop as well. And then we get, of course, to the island. This is a large center island. We're at about just over 92 inches, so just under 8 feet for your grand central island. Of course, you have we went with a custom, nice veined countertop slab that we incorporated throughout the entire kitchen. Of course, it is a waterfall. So all of these details come together in this kitchen to nail this just incredible look. Before we head up, a few other details here I want to point you guys through. As we get into the dining room, there's actually a little butler's pantry here that had matching cabinetry. So again, we have a little beverage fridge, a couple of base cabinets, a sink, matching floating shelves with underlighting here, and then the matching countertop too that we ran as a backsplash that you're gonna use if you're gonna have guests over or entertain, right? You wanna make some drinks. It's an awesome touch. And that leads you back into the close to the entrance where you have your main formal dining room, which we completely color drenched in this kind of darker color. You can kind of see we had our finished carpenter work some molding design into here as well. But it's fully color drenched, awesome light fixture right over. Again, think about having Thanksgiving here, Christmas dinner here, or just inviting a bunch of your friends over, right? You can sit down, you can have a nice big central table. All of these details were thought through. Even the light, even something like the outlets, right, that are that are on your baseboard as opposed to having them higher up. They're also all color drenched as well, so it's a seamless look. Again, we really wanted to nail this room because we knew just how important an amazing dining room is. In the upstairs, I'm not gonna go into every single room because there are a lot of rooms here, but I wanna point out some of my favorite rooms here. So you have a couple, you do have 3 common bedrooms, which I won't go into right now, but they're all with their own en-suites. One room I did wanna point out before we get into the primary is this incredible laundry room. First of all, again, shout out to my designer, incredible tile selection. I absolutely love this floor tile. You can see that we have custom built upper and lower cabinetry here for your wet room, for your laundry room with dual closets. Again, ton of storage space. So if you needed to like hold, if you need to store any laundry materials, anything else in here, we built these out for the buyer too. Just incredible amount of space. You're gonna have your side-by-side laundry here, but this is just your laundry room, right? Like you're gonna have all this storage space, like all your linens can go in here. I mean, this is an incredible amount of space. Plus, again, you're overlooking your yard. So I just wanted to quickly point that out. It's another amazing feature. But now let's get into the feature, the feature of the second floor, which is of course the primary suite. So welcome into this primary suite. I've got way too many details to share with you guys, so we'll go through it as fast and efficient as possible. Starting with the layout, which is a separate his and hers closet. Now that is rare, even in this $4 million space, when you're getting into the ultra luxury space, you don't always see a his or hers. We were able to design that, and this is, by the way, the his, right? The hers is even more impressive. This is the his closet. So couple of amazing details I want to point out. First of all, of course, custom built closets. It's the same wood tone that you'll see everywhere else. And few details. First of all, we opted to put custom paneling, so you can see that throughout all the closet space, you don't see just drywall. We paid extra money to make sure that it's paneled in the back, that it's just, you feel like you're drenched in this closet, right? Plenty of space. You've got shoe racks, you've got you've got closets that you can use. Of course, plenty of space to hang your shirts. I mean, it's just an incredible amount of space. Other thing too that we did in both the his and hers is toe kick lighting, right? Just a nice little feature, so that if you're maybe getting dressed in the evening or something, you've got more than enough light coming in. So that's just your his closet. Now I'll take you into hers before I get into the rest of the bedroom. But welcome to the hers closet side. Even larger, again, same thing, fully custom built, all paneled. You got closets on both sides. You've got plenty of space here. Shoe rack space, you can hang clothes. I mean, same thing, toe kick lighting. it's an incredible space, right? It's basically the size of a bedroom, but it's another amazing feature. And then the other thing too that goes behind this is kind of this nice little nook that comes right off of hers closet. Again, you have a window coming in with lighting, and you can use it as a little sitting space, as a dress-up room. So many different functions for this little space, but I thought it was a super cute nook. We put in, recessed lights that can maneuver, of course. Just an incredible use of space here. And now I want to formally welcome you into the bedroom. This bedroom is incredible. First of all, I want to make sure you can appreciate the size of this bedroom. We staged this with a king, and it still feels like you've got way more, ton of space. So huge room. Now, a couple of details we want to point out. First of all, this entire back wall here is built out with custom slats. I want you to appreciate too that we have electrical here that controls these drop-down pendants, right? So as opposed to having a center light fixture, we did kind of these pendant drop-downs so that if you're reading at night, you can have light focused right here. You can read your book, send your emails, whatever it is that you might be doing, and then you can control it right over here, right? So these are all built into this custom slat wall, which again, this slats of course match the closets that you just saw, so it's all seamless. And then of course you have a couple of windows bringing in light, so that's an incredible feature. The other feature of course is this walkout deck. It is a little cold today, so I'm not going to go out there, but you can put a couple of chairs, a table. It has custom glass railing going throughout the entire deck. I mean, what else do you need from a primary suite? We have another full fireplace with custom tile. I love this tile that our designer chose. It's got a nice little texture to it. Of course, an electric fireplace, and a few other details too I'll point out. A linear HVAC grills on both sides. Again, just kind of pointing out all the small details that went out into this primary bedroom. And then I want to show you guys all the details that came into the primary bath. So welcome into the primary bath. A lot of details here. So I want to point out many of the details that were thought through. So first of all, as you walk in and kind of understand the space, let me show a couple of details. So we've got heated floors throughout the entire bathroom. So if you're taking a shower in the winter and it's cold, you can turn on your thermostat, which is right over here. You turn this on and all your floors are gonna radiate with heat. Now this is also an electric warmer for your towels. So if you're taking a shower, you can turn up you can turn this up. Your towels are gonna get nice and warm if you're taking a bath, right? It is a perfect feature for this bathroom. Now a nice, of course, soaker tub. And one of the things too we thought through is if this is gonna be kind of our wall with the soaker tub, we're gonna run all of our tile across the entire wall. Just again, give this a very spa, therapeutic-like feel, right? That was really what we were going for here, is we wanted to nail a very clean, organic, soothing feel. And again, our designer did an excellent job choosing this tile. And again, if you note all the little details, we mitered the tile all around here just for a very, very clean look. This is something that you would expect at a spa, right? I mean, and it is in your house. Now, we're going into a shower. So first of all, it's a curbless shower, right? So you can see right here, there's no curb. The glass runs right to the bottom. And then as you walk in, a couple of incredible details. You've got a nice linear drain, right, that we ran across the entire shower. You've got a stand-up niche, right? And with this niche too, these are custom stone slabs, right, that we worked with our countertop guy. And then the other thing is they ran, he was able to put in these underlighting channels under each one of these. Again, just beautiful accent, giving you an unmatched feel. 2 rain heads, 2 sets of shower heads here. Plenty of space for you in your shower. Of course, you've got a nice bench here as well that we incorporated, that we worked with our stone guy. I mean, just an incredible amount of detail that went into the shower. And we're not done yet. We still got to show you the custom full dual vanity. Check this vanity out. So many details went into this. So first of all, this is all custom built. Plenty of storage. So if you wanted to store linens, you've got more than enough space. Again, matching wood tone that you see everywhere else in the primary suite. Other details too. We ran the paneling over the ceiling, and then you can see in the ceiling 3 nice little lights. These are small custom cans that go right into the paneling. Of course, for lighting too, we put in our toe kick lighting here. Again, working with the electrician, a custom countertop, and then a custom full length mirror around the entire thing. You can I can see myself as I'm doing this video, but it is just grand, incredible. It's everything that you would want in a primary suite. And then the last space I want to highlight, welcome to the lower level here at Roland. This is another kind of unique space that we really thought about how to best design, how to best use. So when you walk in, first of all, you're gonna see right here, there's a gym. This gym is perfect. You can throw some weights here. You can throw Peloton here. We built in the rubber floor that you need so you can bang heavy weights here. So it's a great use of space if you want to have a workout, you don't want to go to your local Equinox. I know, it's a real problem. Now, as we go over here, there is a bedroom here that we do, we try to incorporate just so you can use as a guest suite, guest suite for in-laws, whatever it might be. So we always do design that, double closets, of course. And then the thing that I think I really loved about this in particular lower level is just the grandness of our design here, right? Look at this, look at how much space you get here. And there's just so much functionality to this space, right? I mean, here, the way we decided to stage it is kind of like an entertainment space with a large TV. Here you could do a big pool table, ping pong table, whatever the heart desires, right? And that was really important in our design. And then in terms of actual build outs, one of my favorite things that we did is this all black bar. And we, again, gotta shout it out to my designer and our custom vendor here. But a couple of important details. So custom black cabinets, of course with toe kick lighting, a beverage fridge, and then we worked with a countertop guy to get this awesome matte black stone slab. It just works perfectly with these countertops, right? Then we chose these nice large squarish black backsplash and a matching floating shelf with underlighting, of course. So we went for this all black look just to kind of give it a little bit of a different feel than the rest of the house. Not overwhelming at all, but just something to kind of catch your attention down here. Nice lighting details, as I mentioned, gold faucet. We really built this as an eye-catching attraction for this lower level. And again, great space. I really loved it when we first designed it. And one other detail too I want to show you, you don't always have to do this. Since this isn't a bedroom space, we technically did not need to build out a window well with these large windows. But just because we wanted to make this a functional, bright space, this obviously the window well and the larger windows of course get more light as opposed to your typical basement windows where it's not a window well. They would have been smaller, right? They would have probably cut off somewhere around here, so all this wouldn't have been visible. Again, we spent the extra money to get more light in here. Again, you make this more functional, make this more, bright, open, and ready for use. So those were some of the key rooms I wanted to highlight in this video. Again, there's a lot more, honestly, we could highlight, but this house is just too big and there's too many things. It would be like an hour-long video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, this was a project of love, a project of a lot of detail and organization. I'm so excited and happy of just how it came out. I know it's gonna find the right buyer that's gonna appreciate every single aspect of it. But these are the kinds of projects we're going for, right? Like we want to deliver incredible standout projects that you can't easily replicate, right? There's a lot of time, attention, detail, custom materials, custom features that are really, really tough to replicate again. So that was the ultimate outcome for this project. So I'm excited that you guys got to see a lot of this house. Of course, any questions, any feedback, if you love it, if you hate it, which I doubt anyone does, but throw them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I'll see you in the next one.